Have you ever noticed tiny specks or strands drifting across your field of vision? These mysterious objects, often described as cobwebs, squiggly lines, or tiny dots, are commonly known as eye floaters. While they might seem like tiny creatures dancing on your eyeballs, rest assured, they're nothing to be afraid of. In fact, most people experience eye floaters at some point in their lives. They're particularly common as we age. Eye floaters are more noticeable when you look at a bright, uniform background like a clear blue sky or a white wall. They seem to dart away when you try to focus on them directly, making them appear almost playful in their elusiveness. This intriguing phenomenon has a scientific explanation rooted in the anatomy and function of our eyes. Understanding floaters requires a journey inside the eye itself. Floaters aren't optical illusions, but actual objects within the eye. However, they're not external, like dust particles floating in the air. This leads us to the fascinating inner workings of our visual system. To understand floaters, we need to look at the eye's structure. The eye is filled with a gel-like substance called vitreous humor. This gel helps maintain the eye's shape and allows light to pass through. The retina captures light and sends signals to the brain. Floaters are tiny clumps of protein in the vitreous humor. As we age, the vitreous gel can become more liquid. This causes collagen fibers to clump together. These clumps cast shadows on the retina. The brain interprets these shadows as floaters. Floaters move with the vitreous humor. When we move our eyes, floaters move too. This is why floaters seem to dart away when you look at them. You've probably noticed that eye floaters are more prominent against bright backgrounds. This is because bright light causes our pupils to constrict, similar to narrowing the aperture of a camera. This constriction focuses the light entering the eye, making the shadows cast by the floaters sharper and more defined. It's like shining a flashlight in a dusty room. The dust particles become much more visible in the focused beam of light. Conversely, in dim lighting, our pupils dilate, allowing more light to enter the eye. This wider beam of light scatters more, making the shadows cast by floaters less noticeable. They haven't disappeared, but the way our eyes process light in different conditions affects their visibility. So the next time you're staring at a clear blue sky and notice those pesky floaters, remember that it's just the interplay of light, shadows, and the inner workings of your eyes. However, this isn't the only visual phenomenon that occurs within our eyes. Section 4, Blue Field Phenomenon, not just floaters. While eye floaters are the most well-known entoptic phenomenon, they're not the only one. Another fascinating example is the blue field entoptic phenomenon, often referred to as seeing blue sky sprites. You've likely experienced this without even realizing it. Have you ever noticed tiny bright dots moving rapidly across your field of vision, especially when looking at a bright blue background? These fleeting dots, often described as resembling a shower of tiny bright stars, are not floaters, but something entirely different. The blue field entoptic phenomenon is caused by white blood cells, specifically leukocytes, moving through the capillaries in front of the retina. These capillaries are so small that the white blood cells need to squeeze through them in single file. The space around the white blood cell allows a tiny amount of plasma, the liquid component of blood, to pass through, creating a bright, fleeting dot against the blue background. This phenomenon highlights the incredible complexity and intricacy of our visual system. Even the tiniest components of our blood can create noticeable visual effects. It's a reminder that what we perceive as vision is a complex interplay of light biology and brain processing. Section 5. When to worry, brains filter and seeking help. Our brains are incredibly adept at filtering out extraneous visual information, including floaters and blue field sprites. We've evolved to focus on changes and potential threats in our environment, so our brains often learn to ignore these constant benign phenomena. However, there are instances when paying attention to these visual quirks is crucial. A sudden increase in the number of eye floaters, especially if accompanied by flashes of light or a curtain-like shadow in your vision, can be a sign of a more serious problem, such as a retinal tear or detachment. These conditions require immediate medical attention to prevent vision loss. If you experience any of these symptoms, it's vital to see an eye doctor immediately. While most entoptic phenomena are harmless and simply a fascinating glimpse into the inner workings of our eyes, it's crucial to be aware of the warning signs that warrant professional medical attention. By understanding these phenomena, we can both marvel at the complexity of our visual system and take proactive steps to protect our precious gift of sight.